Hello, and welcome to this first of a four-part series of workshops where you can start investing in rest. Now, why rest? Because when you aren't rested, when you aren't playing at your best, you can be irritable, you can make mistakes, and quite frankly, life just isn't as enjoyable. So, I'm Allie Houston. I'm a human design coach, flow specialist, and I love nothing more than making the most out of my day so that I have more time to do things that I love. I love feeling rested. I love feeling rejuvenated, probably because I spent the first part of my 20s and early 30s being burnt out, exhausted, and an insomniac. So, this is for you if you're suffering from maybe some anxiety, burnout, not sure what to do, and your mind is just going a million miles an hour. So when you start investing in your rest, I'm so excited for you because it will turn into you being able to do more of what you love, going for those goals, creating great habits. So the first part of the series, I feel, is one of the most important, is investing in how you're sleeping. Your sleep is going to help rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Your sleep is going to allow you to do more of what you love. It's going to take what you're learning that day to enhance and amplify because it's taking time for your body to rejuvenate throughout the night. So if you aren't sleeping, or if you wake up during the night or not feeling rested in the morning, this is going to be a great mini max workshop for you to watch. So a few of the strategies that have worked for me and that I have tested time and time again through various different research is simple methods that can start getting you more aligned for your sleep. The first thing I would recommend is downtime on screen time. What happens if we're maybe watching this video late at night, scrolling through Instagram? We might be reading something. Our minds and this light that we're soaking up is going to be amplifying and keeping us up. That has something to do with what we call the circadian rhythm. It's a rhythm that allows our body to stay awake. So at night, if you can power down, I recognize that it's not always possible, and sometimes I'm still faulty for it too, grabbing online or watching something last minute. Dull down the brightness on your screen. Maybe put it in a dark mode so that your body isn't absorbing that light, thinking that it's still daylight and keeping you up. So, if you are someone who watches things late at night, how can you maybe turn back that time? Even 5-10 minutes could make a little bit of a difference so that you're sleeping better at night. Another thing that I enjoy watching is how much I'm eating or if I'm exercising late at night. If you're eating a ton before you go to bed, your body needs to process that. And when it's processing it, it's gonna take a little bit more energy. You might not feel as comfortable because you've had a big meal. So cutting back some of what you're eating throughout the night could help your digestive system so that you sleep better. I would also say if there's any alcohol or if you're a big caffeine drinker, how could you limit that or cut back your caffeine to about maybe 12, 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Because when you're feeling rested the next day, you might need less caffeine. I'm not saying don't go for that cup of joe, just feel like maybe there's a better solution that you can take care of. I love ending my night with gratitude as well as an intention for the next day that helps me get my mind off maybe negative things that have happened or my monkey mind of questioning and being curious of things that I could have done differently and better. So, for that, I would also suggest have maybe a notepad at night where you can start writing things you're grateful for. Get really down in the nitty gritty. Remember that beautiful moment in the day that you got to capture a really great time with a kid. Maybe it's your own child. You had a beautiful conversation with a stranger. You had a big win in your day for work. Whatever it is, go as big or as small and tiny as you just had a moment by yourself and you could watch the grass sway in the wind. Having gratitude for the day can help ease your mind of any of that stress and anxiety that happen. If you have a lot on the go and you feel like your mind is racing, What I discovered as someone who loved to worry and had major anxiety and would replay things over and over and over again in my mind, I recognized that maybe I could just write everything down because it's not going to be solved as you're sleeping. What could be solved is maybe solutioning things through your subconscious mind. However, what you need to do is just write everything down. You could write a few things that you're grateful for and write down the list of things that maybe could be done, you want done. Get it all off your mind on a piece of paper so that you can trust and sleep a little bit better. As for your environment around you, can you make the room a little darker? Is there too much noise going around? Is it too hot? Is it way too cold? Take a look at some of those environmental properties. Close up your blinds, maybe invest in an eye mask if that's something that you want, earplugs to help the noise reduce, the light exposure that you're going to be around. And by doing that, you get to shift your environment that you are in to help you sleep at night. Now, all of these tips are really just tips unless you start putting some practice into them. So, what I encourage you to do is just sit with it, sit with this information, and pick just one thing to start implementing. Maybe you used to eat really late at night. How could you move that timing to a little bit earlier on in the evening so that you're scaling back how much food you're processing? Maybe you don't journal or you don't have any sort of mindful practice and gratitude stuck out to you. Maybe you're someone that has a lot of noise in your house and you've been thinking about it, that you'll invest in some sort of earplugs to help you rest easy because there won't be as much noise waking you up. Now, it's not that you have to do everything. I would just start with one thing. It's always one thing that you can start practicing and putting into your life so that you can start seeing the different results. So I hope that was helpful, and I'd love to hear what comments you have, what has worked for you to help sleeping, because when you are sleeping, when you are allowing your body to be rested and rejuvenated, you're going to be so much more productive and high performing. So comment, like, or share with a friend that you know might be suffering with sleep. I'd love to hear what you're putting forward. And until my next Minimax workshop, I hope you have sweet dreams, sleep well, and again, just put one thing into practice, and that way you can start managing your sleep cycle so that you can start living the best life that you can dream of.